I recently wrote this poem a couple of days ago, and it's a scenario of a black man trying to marry someone's Arab daughter and the guy not really taking it too well. It's called The Marriage Proposal. Before I go into this poem, I just want to say that I'm selling CDs outside and my boy's selling his squad shirts. It's about unity. So after this, if you like what I do, if you like his shirts, you should support us out there in the front. So this poem is called The Marriage Proposal. He said, with all due respect, I don't think you could be the man that helped my daughter rise. See, it's something about your skin. I won't sit here and pretend like I can support a union with you and my daughter. I won't say no lies. There's just something about the way you speak Arabic. Was your pride, because your accent makes me want to die. And you a rapper, you a poet, you an activist, secret drug dealers, hidden killers who can't provide for a family. I want my daughter to marry someone that looks like me, an engineer with lineage connected to the prophet. You can't comprehend the language that my daughter breathes and where your culture at. If I ask you where you came from, who your great-great-granddaddy is, you couldn't answer that. My daughter ain't accustomed to your habitats, so no disrespect. I'm not a racist, I'm a good Muslim. I'm just telling you, your kind is flawed. I know Bilal gave the adhan, but seriously, what else was he good for other than that daily call? It might be blasphemy, but this is honesty. My daughter marrying a black man sounds like a tragedy. You don't know a single thing about true family. Nothing could be sacred to you BET monkeys. You asking for my daughter's hand. Can you answer this? What do you people even have to really reminisce? How many broken homes and families are in your grip? Babies having babies, all this crime because you exist. And when I see your face, all I see is pain, like being angry is the only way that you were raised. Someone really should come and put you in your place. Stick to your group so we have order in the human race. We don't need your struggle. I came young into this country trying to make a hustle. Did it legally and always stayed out of trouble. I built my children something real. She don't got to hustle. But you sitting here telling her to grind. You said a wasteful heart only kills the mind. Like her poetry is saving lives. She changed majors because she said you brought her life. Man, you black artists always blacking out. Role models that just hold us down. If you ain't Arab, but you a king, I won't see your crown. I don't discriminate. I just love my genes. Because even 1 ounce of your black genes inside my grandchild makes them a loss of bead. How your people beat slavery, had all this bravery. What have you been savoring? I came here to better myself, not to be neighborly. Sick of you Americans telling me about tragedy. My cousin said his daughter died, he said right in front of me. Militant, military people call him Demon King. He said the bullet drained all her life. He felt the emptiness. What you know about real struggle? That ain't COD. You people play war games, mine live it overseas. Actually, come to think of it, I see your family. Those Christians in your circle might just birth impurity. Your kind don't even know how to have any community, and no disrespect, I'm just trying to say this humanly. I'm not racist. I don't discriminate. I'm just tired of holding all your people's weight, sick of having to have these conversations to explain myself. So don't get in your feelings. This ain't about race. I believe we all equals in Islam, but I'm sorry. What I see in the streets is a black disease propagated by gun violence and selfish needs. Baby mama stripping for some dollars for their kids to eat. Lost fathers doing jail times for selling weed. You the last thing that comes to mind when I see the dean. So no disrespect. I don't care how much Quran you have memorized. I don't care how many times you make salah, how many angels are standing right by your side. Yeah, your poetry sounds really good. Yeah, you can really touch the mind, but why you African-American brothers always teaching all the women to be independent and go outside? Back home, they put the women right in place, but you be sitting here telling them that they can have careers? What a shame. But if they got careers, jobs, a life outside of mine, who gonna come at home and make my dinner plate? I can't afford a maid. Who's going to clean my house? And when we set them straight, he taught them how to run their mouths. All this sucker liberation really got us feeling down. That's why us Arabs never understood your black crown. Like, Black Lives Matter. Better yet, like, Black Lives Scatter. Face the facts, Palestinian lives still matter. In Islam, don't you know that all lives do matter? But you're probably saying, wow, he got some bad judgment. But don't you dare throw that racist card. It's so redundant. I mean, you do look like a good man. You seem smart, but there's a ghetto boy inside every black man's heart. And I'm sorry, but I gotta go. So this conversation's at a close. The answer to your question is no, I won't support the destruction of my sacred Arab home. And he looks at him confused, shook from what he heard on his views. But this time he speaks his truth. And he says, with all due respect, I didn't come here to get chastised by a grown man who barely stands for the Constitution of Islam, praying that God forgives the way you treat your fellow man before karma smacks you in your chest and things hit the fan. But anyways, your daughter is a blessing. This ain't flattery. When I'm lacking charge to survive, she my battery. Saw her poems the other day, had to make a gallery. She was made of beauty and heaven was a factory. When she needed encouragement, When the world throws her shade, I always can remind her why she shouldn't be afraid. Believe in the qadr of Allah and just keep the flame, and I will always be by her side to help her light the way. And if I marry her, I would take her all around, show her why the world is her palace on the grounds. Gravity be hating because I always hold her down, but your views seem to be the only thing that holds her down. You think a black man can't provide? And I'm tired of these lies. Once you go meet my father, ask him about his life, how he carried his whole family on his back with a 9 to 5. And we couldn't build community. Have you looked at your diversity? Certainly the youth hate to be around your mosque, and you look at blacks like whites viewed us right after slavery. And you want your daughter to be with someone who looks like you. Why you treat your daughter like a fancy jewel that you auction off to expand your family's social view? Like love don't matter. He's perfect as long as he follows tradition. Sadly, culture matters more to your heart than religion. You trapped within your past, that's why you lacking loads of vision. This ummah is so toxic. Look at all of our condition. Is my black hair just making you so nervous? Are you mad that I'm driven and always determined? Are you mad that you wanted to be free but ended up playing games enslaved to the devil's purpose? And what language does your daughter breathe? She barely speaks Arabic. It's time we all face reality. Your daughter is American. She ain't even overseas. You who Carla kept on talking about, what a major key, and I support her passions. She has a way with words. She filled with so much talent. I'm happy I inspired her to try to find her greatness because her greatness isn't cleaning and remaining in the kitchen. See, I support her dreams. It's funny how you say you look at me and never see the deen, but I swear this conversation I'm having with you is a convo that happened long ago between Adam and Iblis. And yet Bilal gave the adhan, but he also managed finances for the prophet till the prophet passed. And then you people took his titles and he left your land. Oh, Islamic studies never thought to tell you that. So yeah, no disrespect. But you think this country cares about you. To them, you just a terrorist, a ticking time bomb. They say you're going to detonate. Check his bag for grenades. He looks like a renegade. I would think you would be the last one to use race. You think they see your lineage when they see your beard? They clutch your purse in fear. Oh, you think they different because you got some money here? You ain't European. It don't matter. See, your skin ain't fair. There ain't nothing different for you, boy. This ain't Dubai. Yeah, Black Lives Matter. That's why we still survive. And if we die without a hashtag attached to our toe tag, we call that winning like we saved a life. But you don't save no lives. All you do is go on Facebook, post some bloody scenes, make a Twitter rant yelling at the enemies. When the last time you donated to a charity? When the last time you felt sorry for a human being? Where's your pockets at? I see the liquor sitting on the back of your shelf. But I ain't judging. I'm just saying maybe you need some help. Instead of judging you, I'm only thinking about your health. We call that real Islam. That's why my soul has wealth. But you do me disservice. You don't get the prison system was made to hold me. The drugs they put out in the streets were made to control me. These guns they sold us on the low was meant to fold me. The only way to make it out is through the cemetery. So you do me disservice. You didn't ask me on my DNA if I love your daughter. You jumped too soon and now you in this water and you drowning. You a clown making up these jokes. You want to cut me a check to break your daughter's soul because I'm black. Because if I wasn't, you would love my heart. I guess a black son-in-law is like trying to love a ghost. But partially you have a pious mind. You convince yourself that segregation is the way to live your life. You were taught that being the best means putting others down. It must be lonely on that pedestal. I see it now. I thought you loved your daughter, or is she just a tool? I would hate to see her be with someone just like you, who only sees the world through distorted views, contrived by shaitan. Now you lost in a biased truth, that you superior. Where's your iman? How you making a stand, smoking up cigarettes, your son doing drugs, and you blaming all the blacks? Won't you learn to blame yourself and be a father in that? And yeah, my family have different faiths. But they never judge my family for having faith in Allah and the messenger and the holy gates. Your family be struggling to understand a single faith. I'm tired of this growing hate. All I did was give respect and you really spat on my face. I tried to trace some common sense all into your pain. And you the reason why we broken in the human race. Would you rather have us date? Be secret behind your back? Would you rather have us stress because you're restricting the right path? Would you rather play with race and get the two of us off track? Or you think that I'm a haram just because I'm from the blacks? Would you rather have America enslave us all again since you all seem to care about the color of my skin? Don't you dare pretend like you're doing this for the sake of Allah. Don't you ever put Allah's name on those sins that you've done. So this is where we at, and this is how we are. I'm sitting with this man who ain't showing me no love. And when he looks at me, he sees something born of fiends. Someone who only opens up his daughter's mind. Someone who only look at her as a family. That's why he hates me, because I innovate his light. And he can't seem to find a problem other than I'm black. So hard to deny that he's racist, man. And his daughter just texted me asking me how it went. Now, how am I to tell her that her father didn't give consent? Because I'm black. Even though I have the means to support her and her dreams, treat her like a queen and help her with her deen, how am I to tell her that he's against all of our beliefs and his culture has infected everything that he sees? She tried to call me now. And he looking at me lost. Yeah, he's so ashamed. The adhan going off. We right down the street. I asked him if he had anything left to say, and he just walked away because he has to make it home, to his wife and his dinner plate. I'm a little lost about what just happened. See, his daughter told me how he's a great man who loves his kids. She said he's always supported every one of her accomplishments. It's like a disconnect between the man she knows and the man I've seen. Werewolf effect killed the moon and left the stars with no dreams. I text her back and tell her we need to talk. She says, is something wrong? I tell her, your father, he well. She says, wait, didn't it go well? I stutter on my words. I try to evade the question, but she won't let it go. And I say, listen, it's just hard, to say this right now. She said, can't you just tell me? We always work it out. And I tell her, well, the issue is it's hard to say. I can tell that she's worried, and I know she feels afraid. I can't say it, but she keeps asking me what's wrong. So God, how am I to tell the girl I love that her father thinks being black is her wrong? Thank you.